righty, everybody. Hi there, Carson Meredith with you on this Saturday of Labor Day weekend at 6:45, a little early tonight. Let me know if you like this earlier start time, by the way, and I'll start doing it. We got a beautiful weekend underway, don't we? Just stunning. Oh my goodness, don't you love it? Chamber of Commerce weather days, you hear that saying from time to time. This is it. And we're going to get to enjoy this one more time tomorrow and on Labor Day as well for the most part. But we do have some ups and downs to talk about in the 10-day earliest alert that does feature rain chances again. And we need the rain. You may have just seen Wavy send an alert right as we were starting our chat here. There's a brush fire on the Snyder right now in the median between I-65 and Preston Highway. So if you're driving through that part of town in the south end, be aware there are delays. I would imagine the fire department will get that brush fire out pretty quickly, but until then, just keep that in mind. And that is part of our discussion tonight, is the drought that continues to get a little bit worse as well. So let's just jump into it. I don't want to keep y'all here too long because it is such a glorious Saturday evening. I mean, you cannot ask for much better in late August. And on Labor Day weekend, too. Bright blue skies. That cloud that you see right above the skyline is the first cloud I've seen all day. That's how brilliant blue those skies have been. Just gorgeous out there. 80 degrees our current temperature. There you see Wavy giving you the update on that brush fire that I was talking about. And that's between 65 and Preston in the median. So just keep that in mind if you're traveling that part of the freeway. In the south end. See, Wavy does not just focus on weather, he focuses on traffic too when we need to. And earthquakes and hurricanes and a whole lot more. Wavy's always watching. But anyway, it's all quiet weather-wise. 80 degrees, dew points in the 40s, northeast breeze, just amazing. Absolutely gorgeous out there. We'll keep that trend going tonight into tomorrow, and for most of us, on Labor Day itself on Monday. Here's the big picture view across the eastern half of the country. You can see the high pressure that is making things feel so incredible is centered over Michigan, over the Great Lakes. And high pressure is ushering in that north-northeast breeze, that drier, less humid air, of course. The front that moved through wave country on Friday is settled down across Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina. And you draw your attention, or I will draw your attention, to all of that rain up in the Dakotas and Nebraska and Kansas. We don't have to worry, uh-oh, spammer. Hang on, pause. Let's get rid of that. There we go. We do not have to worry about rain for the most part until Tuesday, which is good. But this... that activity and the clouds with it are going to try to drift into wave country overnight tonight. It's all it's going to be, just some thin, high, wispy clouds. It probably won't be a lot, to be honest with you. But that's really the only big thing we have to focus on, at least in the short term. It's just a few more high clouds filtering in overnight tonight. So when you wake up Sunday morning, there is a possibility that you might see a little cloud cover with that sunshine. But even so, guys, I mean, it's going to be a great day tomorrow, too. 57 our forecast low tonight here in the city. We got down to 56 this morning, maybe in that same ballpark again tonight. I do think there will be a couple of upper 40s. Most of us, though, will be in the low 50s when you wake up Sunday morning. High temperatures tomorrow, exactly the same as what we had today for the most part. 82 here in the city, maybe a tick warmer down in southern Kentucky, where that cooler air hasn't really taken full control, if you will, but it's still feeling great. 84 in Lebanon tomorrow, 83 in Campbellsville and Columbia, 82 in Mumfordville. Further to the north, across Indiana, it will be a little cooler. And even up towards LaGrange and Bedford and Carrollton, too, in Kentucky. Upper 70s a good bet. To the north. So upper 80s north, low 80s south for your Sunday, which is pretty much what we had today, right? World Fest, of course, is going on. There's so many things happening in wave country, especially today. Did you go to the Cards game? Did you go to the Cats game? Any Hoosier fans? Where's Adam at? I know he's happy about his Hoosiers getting back to a good start. My Hilltoppers play here in about 10 minutes. See if we can go 2-0. But if sports is not your thing, you're heading to World Fest. Tomorrow looks fantastic, just like today. 82 that high. For reference, our average high this time of year is 87. So we're about 5 degrees below that mark today and tomorrow. Light breeze out of the northeast again. Nice, quiet, easygoing weather pattern for Labor Day weekend this year. Can't complain too terribly much. Speaking of Labor Day, we'll focus on Monday now. This will be kind of a transition day from the quieter weather pattern that we have now to a little more of an active setup as we head into the middle of next week. So for the holiday itself, we are going to be a couple degrees warmer. We're going to be around 85 in Louisville. Outside the city, 82, 83, 84. There will be a few more clouds on Labor Day, kind of that mix of sun and clouds as opposed to all sun like we've had. And there will be, as you see towards 5 o'clock tomorrow, or Monday evening rather, there will be a 10% chance for a downpour Monday afternoon. That 10% chance is for our friends that live across southern Kentucky. So if you're down near Litchfield, Mumfordville, Greensburg, Campbellsville, Lebanon, and Columbia, if you live near any of those cities, can't totally rule out a downpour Monday afternoon for Labor Day itself. It's only a 10% chance. It's just we're going to start to get a little more moisture back into wave country by then, thanks to a disturbance that'll be scooting through the atmosphere around that time. Kind of the first of two systems we're going to have to watch this week. So it'll start to sneak in Monday afternoon. With it could come a stray downpour or two in southern Kentucky. If you do not live in southern Kentucky, so if you live in Indiana and if you live in Louisville, you're good on Monday. No rain, no issues at all. Just a mix of sun and clouds and a tiny bit warmer. So we'll watch for that 10% chance as we head into Monday afternoon. It should not last too terribly long, and I do think a lot of us stay dry down in southern Kentucky. Just something we'll have to babysit. But as you guys know, we need rain. It's getting really dry. Part of the reason why we're seeing brush fires now, right? Not only are we getting dry, but the humidity has been so low, it's kind of like Mother Nature's kindling, if you will, to set off brush fires or, heaven forbid, wildfires, which we really haven't had much of, thankfully. But we have now gone 11 days without rain in Louisville, going back to Wave Day at the fair on August 19th, the last day we had rain, fittingly. That ties the longest stretch this year of days without rain in Louisville. We will obviously break that stretch, or break that record, I suppose, tomorrow. We'll be dry tomorrow. And I think here in Louisville, there's a good chance we stay dry on Monday, like we talked about. So this stretch is going to get close to 2 weeks. And we're starting to see the effects of that drought kick in. Here's the drought monitor that came out on Thursday of this week. And you can see most of wave country, all of our Kentucky counties, as well as Jackson, Jennings, Scott, Clark, and Jefferson counties in Indiana, are abnormally dry. That's kind of the first level of a drought, okay? That's kind of the, hey, here's your warning, it's getting dry, right? And I'm sure a lot of you notice that when you look outside on your front lawns and see it's getting a little crunchy. The leaves are starting to turn colors a little bit, just a smidge. And that's mainly because of stress. That's not necessarily fall foliage kicking in just yet. That's really because some of those trees are getting a little stressed because it's getting a little too dry. So most of us are in that first level of drought, that abnormally dry, that yellow color. You get down towards southern Kentucky, Taylor, Marion, and Adair counties in particular, where you see that tan color, you guys are in the next level of drought, which is a moderate drought. And I'm a little concerned as we get towards the middle of next week, if we don't see widespread soaking rain, I'm not sure if the rain that we are going to see will be enough to keep the drought in check. Let's hope it will be. If nothing else, it'll kind of make the soil damp, which should ease the fire threat a little bit. But I do think that drought's going to get a little bit worse before it gets better, unfortunately, as we head into September. Having said that, though, we do have rain chances to talk about, so let's go through it. We've got two systems we're watching, okay? The first is going to be, for lack of a better term, a boundary that's going to try to set up along I-65 across Kentucky, Tennessee, and Alabama. And with that atmospheric boundary nearby, starting Tuesday mainly, we're going to have to carry that chance for a few showers. As early as Tuesday afternoon, it's a 30% chance. And with that boundary nearby into Wednesday, you see we keep those shower chances still around. By and large, it'll just be showers. I can't rule out a few thunderstorms, but it's mainly going to be showers at this point for Tuesday and Wednesday. And I do think the rain chances will be a little higher across Kentucky as well, as opposed to Indiana. So that's Tuesday and Wednesday, just hit and miss showers, not a washout. We'll watch for thunderstorms, but it's mainly just good old-fashioned showers, all right? Then we get into Thursday. Here comes part two. So that initial boundary over us Tuesday and Wednesday kind of gets a kick to the east because the cold front moves in. You can see that cold front on track to arrive Thursday. Timing's been a little in flux, a few hours. You look at one model run, it says Thursday morning. You look at another, it says Thursday evening. You look at another, it's Thursday afternoon. Regardless of the timing, this front is going to move through on Thursday, and the big difference with this front, compared to the one that went through last weekend and compared to the one that went through yesterday, is this front is stronger in a couple of ways. One, it has moisture with it. And I do think as this front moves through on Thursday, it will give us our best shot for widespread showers and maybe a few thunderstorms. Not a huge severe threat right now, I don't believe. It's something we'll watch, though. We'll keep an eye on the timing, too. If a lot of this rain's moving in Thursday morning, that could cause issues on the morning drive. So we'll get another last dose of rain on Thursday. Keep in mind, this may be all the rain that you see at your house this week, depending on where you are. If you don't see those scattered showers Tuesday and Wednesday, you may not see anything until Thursday when the cold front moves through. Front pushes east. We dry out pretty quickly Thursday night. And here comes another shot of cold air again. Now, this shot of cold air, as we talked about, this front is the strongest we've seen over the last couple of weeks, which means the shot of cold air that it has with it is also going to be a little stronger too. But it will feel very, very, very refreshing again, heading to the end of next week and into next weekend. We've had a nice little string of these comfortable weekends, haven't we? For Thursday in particular, it could be downright chilly. 71's our forecast high, but I will tell you, if that front moves in like right in the middle of the day on Thursday, that would obviously keep the clouds around. It would keep rain chances around during the warmest part of the day. And that could mean some of you stay in the 60s all day on Thursday. Here in Louisville, we'll say 71 for now. And then obviously as we get a better idea of the timing of that front, we can adjust the temps accordingly. But yeah, this is a pretty significant shot of colder air again. And this looks to be the biggest cold snap that we have seen so far in this little spell. So here comes the 10-day, and I know I haven't gotten to the comments. I'll get there here in a second. But yeah, once that cooler air moves in, it sticks around again for a few days. Head into late next week, into the following weekend. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Right now, our current forecast has Labor Day Monday as the warmest over the next 10 with a high of 85. Tomorrow's phenomenal. If you didn't get outside today, get outside tomorrow. Scattered showers are with us Tuesday and Wednesday, mainly in Kentucky. Higher chance in Kentucky compared to Indiana on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then all of us have a decent shot for showers and maybe some thunder on Thursday before we get another temperature reset heading into next weekend. Nice little stretch of 70s again. Now, as we head towards the end of the 10-day, you do see we get towards the mid-80s, or we try to. The second weekend of September is a little up in the air. And the reason why, it just comes down to the timing of our next big weather maker during that week. If it appears as if we'll have a drier setup during that second week of September, those temperatures will trend a little warmer, mid, maybe upper 80s. But there have been hints today especially that we get another system that moves in by, let's say, around the 9th or 10th of September, and that might keep the temperatures back down. I think if we're going to have any more heat, it may be the second week of September. And even then, it doesn't look like miserable heat at this point. Not seeing any 90s anytime soon. I still think there's a chance we get to like 90 or 91, 92 in September. Right now, though, lots of 70s and 80s. And I'm not complaining about that. So there you go, guys. That's where we are at this point. Again, I don't want to bore you all, especially on such a beautiful night like this. But let's go to the comments. See who's tuning in. Braden's here. Hello. Shout out to Wavy. Keeping an eye on the roads. Ann's here. Kelly's here. Reagan's here. Let's see. Brandon makes a good point. Don't toss those cigarettes out the windows while you're driving down the road. That's a big reason why we have these brush fires on the interstate. Don't do it. Do not do that, please. Thank you. Ann didn't get to see a Wavy update or alert. There will be plenty more times, Ann, trust me. Especially in active weather. You know, that's the thing. We brought Wavy on in our calmest part of the year so far this year. But he's obviously watching traffic 24/7, 365. And once things do get active again, because we know they will at some point, he will be working hard. Remember, you can only see Wavy right here on Wave Weather Now. He is a Wave Weather Now exclusive. 24/7, he's on guard. As soon as we get those alerts from the Weather Service during active or severe weather, Wavy's going to be the first to tell you. So we're glad we have him. Kathy's here. Ann saying hello to everybody. Shonda's here. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well, Shonda. Kathy's loving this cooler weather. So am I. So am I. Patty says hi. Storm Chaser Jason's here. Beautiful fall preview indeed. Anita, thank you for keeping us in check. 24 days. Getting closer. Getting closer. So close now. Let's see. Another Ann on Facebook's happy about the nice cool weather. I guess meteorological fall and actual fall might actually be lockstep this year. At least to start, yeah. Remember the difference is meteorological fall is just a cleaner way for us to organize our data. It just starts on September 1st, goes until November 30th is meteorological fall. That's just to make our data collections easier. Actual fall all depends on the tilt of the earth and things of that sort. So the autumnal equinox is the more official start of fall, and that's September 22nd this year. But at least temperature-wise, for now, yeah, it does look like that we'll be in lockstep, at least to start things off. Not bad at all. Let's see. Headwiser's watching. Hello, hello. Appreciate you always following us along. Hope we get the rain. Yeah, we need it. Wish the Toppers well. Stay safe. Thank you. I appreciate it. Go Tops. I plan on heading down there first weekend in November for homecoming, so I'm excited for that. Let's see. Hoping for a nice, clear, rain-free day on September 13th, says Kelly. Got a Fall Fest. Yeah, we'll have to watch that. There is going to be a system moving through that second week of September, which that weekend, Kelly, in addition to your festival, is Bourbon and Beyond. So we'll have to watch that closely, too. I do think it'll probably be during the work week that week, like the 9th, 10th, 11th, somewhere in that ballpark, based on what I've seen. Which should, hopefully, allow for that second weekend of September to be pretty quiet. We'll see. A little too far out, but we're watching it. Severe weather concerns in September, Austin asks. Not at this point. Not at least for the first half of September, but we'll wait and see. Thursday, I mentioned with that front, there could be a few thunderstorms. I don't see a major severe weather problem at this point, though. Lori's out on her porch sitting with the coffee. Hey, 7 o'clock, that's fine. Hopefully you'll be able to go to sleep tonight, Lori, but you know what? Why not? Why not? Any excuse to be outside, right? Let's see. Uh-oh, Shonda's got COVID. That's no good. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I saw it's spiking a little bit. It always seems to towards the end of summer. It's weird. Oh, Michael, am I live? Yes, you're live. You're here. Hello. Appreciate you tuning in. What about the second severe weather season, Austin asks. So obviously, second severe weather season, we talk about the fall, usually when we get a little bit of a spike in severe weather. We really didn't have much of a second severe season last fall. And we'll wait and see for this fall. It's a little too early to get into the specifics on that. And to be honest with you, I haven't had the chance to look at the seasonal outlooks like Brian has. So stay tuned. Yeah, that's a good point, Kelly. A little cooler, earlier start means it might get a little active. I do think it'll be a little bit of an active fall, not like we saw in the spring, hopefully. But we'll enjoy the quiet while we have it, right? At least I will. Any last minute comments, questions before we go, guys? Let me know real quick. Going once, going twice. But yeah, tomorrow looks great again. Get outside. Labor Day looks pretty good too. A little warmer, more clouds, maybe a downpour in southern Kentucky. Not a big deal. Nothing to worry about too much. It'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday when those rain chances go up just a little bit. And we'll reset our temperatures too, right? Any potential hail this fall? We'll see. We'll see. It all just depends on the kind of setup we might have during that second severe weather season, right? Okay, guys. I won't keep you here any longer than I have to. Just wanted to give you an update on where we are and where we're heading next. We got college football on Wave tonight. We're getting into that time of year where we always have football on weekends on Wave and NBC. So once football is done tonight, you can watch us on Wave News at 11. Hopefully it is at 11. Hopefully. If you're still awake, we invite you to tune in. If not, I will be here tomorrow morning on Sunrise. And, of course, we'll have our regularly scheduled chat here on Wave Weather Now. Probably back to our regularly scheduled time, around 7 or 7:15 tomorrow evening. Get outside and enjoy this beautiful weather, guys. Hope you've been able to so far. Hope you can Sunday and Monday. And, yeah, hopefully we can get some good soaking rain for the middle part of the week ahead. All right, guys, that's going to do it for now. Appreciate you stopping by. I will see you tonight at 11.